The pair have met on 19 occasions. Trump leading their current head-to-head, 13-6. And Ken, we talk about this tournament. Of course, we arrived at the quarter-final stage ahead of play today. Every match good enough to be a final. What a contest this is.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, good enough to grace any final, of course. I think, you know, all the remaining matches now, they're all crackers, aren't they? They really are. It's such a wonderful tournament, you know, it's so exciting. You can tell, you know, from, you know, the pressure that it sort of generates as well, the excitement that it generates even amongst the players that are left in the tournament, of course, the possibility of getting down to that golden ball, and there it is. Possibility of a 167, $1 million. And of course, the tournament itself, you know, trying to win the tournament. Crowds have been great, the atmosphere. And yeah, really always look forward to these type of matches and encounters between two of the greats.
Of course, it feels like there's been a lot of snooker already played in the, what, day and a half that we've been playing this event so far. This is both Judd Trump and Mark Williams' first match. Been a lot of snooker played to get to this stage, but chance to really have a good look at two big hitters now. We just saw Kyron Wilson, our world champion, in the previous match fall at his first hurdle. Two players already into the semi-finals, Mark Allen and Luca Brissell, who will join him.
Yeah, just having a chat with Luca, you know, he felt a different type of pressure, and you could see it in that last frame, and it's great to see, you know, from the top players, from Kyron, from Luca. You know, they want to do well. Big tournament before Christmas. Big prize money at stake. No ranking points, but a lot of prize money. But this man, well, he's been the form player of the season so far. 5 finals, 3 wins, of course. 1 at the UK, the Barbican, only a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, and he's such a big occasion player, isn't he, Judd Trump? You know, a tournament like this will really get the juices flowing for him. Only the best players in the world involved.
Yeah, and of course, his opponent has been playing pretty well, of course, as well. Got his hands on that champion of champions up in Bolton. Played so well up there. And on his day, of course, you know, he's so difficult to beat. One of the greats, Mark Williams. Been putting in a lot of practice while he's been here as well, hasn't he? I mean, doing a lot with his coach, Lee Walker, in the practice room.
Yeah, it's been good to see, actually, because quite often you see players arrive at sort of the day before their event. He's been here for a couple of days, Mark Williams, putting the time in on the practice table, acclimatising himself to the conditions here in Riyadh, getting used to his surroundings, try and give himself the best chance to perform. And he's got the first chance here, nicely in around the black spot.
Yeah, just looking. Oh,
16.
Thinking a long way down the line. There's 2 reds, 2 blacks. So believe you me, these lads, when they're in around the black, first red, first black, they'll be on their mind. The 167. Not in a normal tournament. I mean, you're thinking about winning the frame, of course, but in this tournament it's completely different. Such a prize at stake, and looking at the golden ball, it's already off the bottom cushion. But a long way to go before he even thinks about that. Tried to play a fuller cannon on the red to hold for the black. Didn't work out. So 167 out of the question. Now concentrate. Okay. He's got to control this off. A couple of cushions here. Careful that he doesn't lose the cue ball.
$23.
Yeah, just not hard enough, but it's not too bad. I mean, he's got the angle to take the cue ball in and out of balk, back up for it, possibly the loose red, or if he wants to go into the pack. He looks like he's going into the pack. Always needs a little bit of luck when you play this shot. How is it? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Excellent shot, that.
Oh, he's judged that to absolute perfection. Look at that little corridor between the reds there. It always felt like if you found that path, that line into the reds, they was always going to split nicely. Great shot from Mark.
29.
But once again, he's come up short, landing top side of the blue. Such a great shot maker, isn't he, Mark Williams? You know, he never misses a trick. He's always looking for those crafty little shots to get into the pack of reds. Still work to be done for this visit, though. Again, even that shot doesn't look much, but to navigate the cue ball in and out of balk.
30.
Touch of class.
$35.
Yeah, this time, top side of the blue. And he's got a few reds he can play on here. That red just left of the black. It's sort of causing a little problem for him at the moment. But he doesn't have to worry about that just yet. There's a couple of loose reds in the middle of the bunch between pink and black that he can get on.
See.
It's not great. Now, has he got the angle? Can he pot the red and play a little cannon on that red next to the black? No, he's okay, but he could get through the gap. And of course, this black pots into the left corner, so perfect. We'll try and get rid of the red just to the left of the black after this. And that opens the black up into both pockets. So looking very, very good here already, Mark Williams.
48.
Yeah, looking to just stamp his authority as soon as possible in this match. Let Judd Trump know that he's in a proper match. If he doesn't already know, of course he already does. But these short matches, first to 4 best of 7s, you know, these first frames, very, very important. Mark just trying to lay down a marker. He'd like to win this frame in one hit.
$54. $55.
It's just about perfect. Nice angle on this black. Just to stun up for the red into the same pocket. $62 already, so red black will be enough, but
62.
we want to keep Judd Trump in the chair. Try and clear these reds, and
63.
just for his own confidence, but also keep his opponent cold. Yeah, well played. Beautiful break this. Wonderfully crafted.
70.
His own unique style, Mark Williams. Had to go in and out of ball a couple of times, but judged it beautifully and kept the break going. And yeah, great start.
He's got such a lovely touch in amongst the balls, hasn't he? You know, he makes the game look so, so easy. That trademark floating of the cue ball, just dropping everything in.
78.
Really is quite mesmerising to watch.
79.
It's quite intimidating as well to play, isn't it, Ken? You know, when you're watching someone like Mark just sort of float around the table, dropping everything in.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got such a languid style, hasn't he, as he goes around the table at his own lovely pace. Never rushed, but plays very, very quick. His average shot time is just 19 seconds. But he never looks like he's hurried in any way.
87.
But his cue ball in this break has been exemplary. When he's had to go in and out of ball, he's judged it to perfection. And, well, we were looking forward to this match. They've had some great matches against each other, and well, what a start. Just what we'd hoped for.
94.
Well, he's made 652 century breaks throughout his career, Mark. This black for another. Pure brilliance from Mark Williams. It was Judd Trump with the attempted long red where he tried to float that red into that right corner pocket that presented this chance for Mark, and boy has he taken them. What a statement of intent from the Welshman. Oh, the final red stays out, so no total clearance, but a break of 101. Absolutely immaculate from Mark Williams. He's taken the opening frame here in Riyadh. Mark Williams leads Judd Trump 1-0.
Thank you.
12 players arrived here at the Global Theatre for the Riyadh Season Snooker Championship, all with hopes of glory. Just 2 places remain to be booked in the semi-finals, which will start tomorrow, and the tournament be played to a finish.
Take your seats,
Who will
please.
join them? Mark Williams with a blistering start here against Judd Trump. A perfect break of 101, it really was. So well constructed. Great start. Can Judd Trump respond? Oh, what a pot that is. Not just the pot, but what about the cannon, Ken?
Yeah, I mean, the difficulty of the pot, and particularly the cue ball going into the other red, made it even more difficult. Now, this
8.
low on the red, so when he's potting it, he'll be going into the bunch of reds, hopefully staying on the black, splitting more reds into play. Oh,
No.
could have done with a little bit of separation. We just need to push that cue ball through just a little bit faster, a little bit more pace on it. Good recovery. Very good recovery. He's okay. The red will pot into the
16.
right centre, and he can stay on the black if he wishes.
Don't you worry about that. He will be trying to stay on the black. Oh, great shot again. Well, very soon, very quickly, Judd Trump has opened these balls up to be a really good scoring chance. Not just a good scoring chance, but in amongst the black spot.
$24. 24.
It's amazing how quick it can develop, you know. When he came to the table, he was faced with a difficult opening shot, but all of a sudden, a few shots later, and now, well, he has the balls at his mercy here. He's got about another 4, 5,
32.
6 reds in the open before he even contemplates going into the bunch.
$30.
And the good thing for Judd Trump. These reds are close to the left-hand side cushion. Not too bad for a left-hander.
Forward C.
Quite sure of the angle. It looks pretty straight here. It's got a slight angle. He can play it off 2 cushions, but really needed to be really higher on that black. Now what can he do with the cue ball here? A lot of pace. Needs to miss the red. And it has done. Good shot.
48.
Well, that was a great shot from Judd. He manipulated an angle there from absolutely nothing. But he's not out of the woods just yet. Can he get this cue ball through the gap? Oh, he's played it well.
14.
Threaded that cue ball through quite nicely now. I think he's found pretty much the same angle as he had a few moments ago. Just off straight the wrong side. So similar sort of shot, topping it round 2. Oh, he won't be best pleased with that because he's just tied up another red there.
Yeah, I mean, a softer kiss on that red, it would have been okay because it would have kept the 2 reds open, but he's still okay. He can pot this red, get on the black. Now, what about the angle this time?
57.
What sort of an angle has he got? It's okay. It's not too bad. He would have liked that cue ball just a little bit lower on the black. There's one loose red left of the pink. It's also available up into the green pocket. Can he generate enough pace to go into the reds? He's taking a chance. Needs a bit of luck. Needed a bit of luck. Didn't
64.
get it.
Yeah, he's rolled the dice there, hasn't he? He's taken a gamble. And he's on nothing. What a shame. And worse yet, the frame is not won. Well, Judd Trump's logo has just fallen off and
Judd Trump.
Mark
64.
noticed it.
Yeah, you'll have to be very wary. We saw a frame earlier with Mark Allen and Mark Selby where Mark Allen potted 8 reds, 8 blacks and an extra red. Made 65, missed. Mark Selby came in and cleared the table and won the frame. Trump will be wary. Should he miss this red? Give Mark Williams a chance. The balls are there. And the balls are there for Mark Williams. Red into the right centre. He has a chance.
That long red was not far away. That would have felt good when he struck it. But you have to be so accurate on these tables. And now can Mark Williams, as he so often does, float one in the middle. Of course he can.
Come on.
Well, completely different context, but this has got a very similar feel to the final frame played out in that Saudi Arabia Snooker Masters in the summer. It was Mark Williams who got in first with a big break. Judd Trump found a brilliant pot to the middle pocket to get himself back in and made the winning contribution. Can Mark Williams do the same here.
5.
That's a miscue.
Mark Williams.
That is a miscue, and what an error. They had a great chance there. Okay, he's just dropping the blue in, but watch this. Get enough of the cue ball, hit the top of it, and oh, chance lost. But certainly, this is not easy. No problem. No problem. It was the important red as well, because it puts him 60 points ahead with just 59 remaining. Quick glance at the score for Trump. Just trying to make sure of the black, but only one snooker required, so. Oh, this doesn't look good. And it's going to hit the black, is it? Oh, it was close.
You can hear when Mark Williams strikes the cue ball just how hard that tip is that he's playing with. He's sort of become renowned for playing with really hard tips in recent times, hasn't he? And I just wondered what sort of effect that has on that type of shot when you're close to the side cushion. Not a lot of the cue ball to aim at. I wonder if it just encouraged that miscue there. It was a big chance for Mark. Okay, he was a long way behind in this frame, but it was a chance.
Make sure your mobile phones are on silent, please.
This is going close to the pocket. Just turning off. Ooh. Well, easy red to start, easy black. He's such a wily fox around the snooker table, Mark Williams, isn't he?
What?
He knows how to lay a snooker or two.
Yeah, and straight away he'll have his eyes set on that red just beneath the black spot. Leave that there. That's a good target to try and send the red back up the table. Get the cue ball tight in behind the black.
Nine.
Yeah, just didn't get on that red nicely, did he? Could have had a better angle for him. Can he pot this black, get that cue ball in and out of ball, in between green and brown? No, he's missed it, and that could be enough. I think he said enough. Yes, he has. So he's given the nod to Judd Trump and Mark Williams. He had a chance. He could have made a good counter-attack, but Judd Trump gets off the mark and levels. It's one frame all.
Welcome back to Riyadh. Of course, we're here for the Riyadh Season Snooker Championship, and things are really starting to heat up here at the Global Theatre at Boulevard City. Judd Trump, Mark Williams locked at 1 apiece in this quarter-final match. A place in the semi-finals up for grabs.
Yeah, not the best break off, but no damage done.
You have to sit down, gentlemen. Okay, you have to sit down.
Well, another attempt at long red for Judd. Goes slightly astray, and once again Mark Williams eyeing up this red. Left middle the target. Oh, that's a great shot from Mark. Played it so confidently at that sort of pace. Very, very missable.
Yeah, but just look at the way he played and where he left the cue ball had he had missed it. He's such a clever player, isn't he? You know, he plays shots that, you know, other players don't play. He plays his own. He has his own unique style, Mark Williams. But such a wonderful potter, break builder. Really shot maker. There's another lovely little shot. Now, he doesn't want the brown going on the spot. He'd prefer if it went on the blue spot. Let's see what the referee thinks. If it goes on the brown spot, is it blocking the path of the red into the green pocket? It must be pretty close.
5.
Well, let's have a look. Body language would tell us that he's okay. The red pot's imperative now. When he pots this, gets a nice angle on one of the ball colours that he can play for the loose red if he doesn't get a nice angle, or if he's got the angle, he could go into the bunch and see what he does. He may play for the loose one. Yeah. Play for the loose one, play on the black, and then try and split the pack.
So now this is a key positional shot coming up. He has to get an angle on the black, high or low, whichever he prefers. He's got options. He's gone high to guarantee himself. He's probably a little higher than he would have liked, but at least the path of the cue ball is going into the reds. Tough shot coming up. Not just the pot, but the split. Well, I didn't go into them really with all that much pace, purely because the pot was slightly thinner than he would have liked.
70.
He has just pushed one red out into open play. Very, very thin, though, to this right corner. And that's a brilliant shot again. I'll tell you what, Ken, I don't think there's a better player in the game at clipping a ball thin back into the pocket. He seems to find the thinnest of edges.
Yeah, it's one of his best shots, isn't it? He's going to need another fine clip here. Pink into the middle, cue ball into the pack with pace. And how's your look? He's okay. He's on a red. Lovely shot. Beautiful control. No. Well, first bad miss.
Mark Williams, 24.
Well, we saw Kyron Wilson miss a very similar shot on a black in the previous match in the deciding frame into the opposite corner pocket. Now, can Judd Trump snip this red into the right corner? No. Oh, wow.
What a shot that was, wasn't it? I mean, that's worth another look. Just how well he... And look at the cue ball, the action he got in it. What a shot.
Wow. What a piece of cueing that was from Mark Williams. Outstanding shot. The thing I love so much about watching Mark, you know, when he's in amongst the balls and how he goes about his business, you know, I like to think of myself as very much a student of the game, and just seeing how he goes about executing certain shots, you know, you sometimes watch him and think, what's he doing here? But then when he plays the shot, it becomes so obvious. There's so much value into everything he does. That's really why he's one of the best that's ever been. Brilliant player.
Well, he'll be so disappointed. He really will be. Got himself into a good position there. Didn't expect to miss that. It was close. But look what he's left.
One.
Judd may play for the red just below the black towards his top cushion. Didn't go into the middle of the pocket, but he's okay.
Eight.
He's got a nice angle on this red. He can just drop it in and leave himself low on the black here. So important to leave yourself a nice angle, and he has done. And this another time, making sure he's left a low angle on this red, so when he pots
16.
it, bring some more reds into play and hopefully stay on the black or pink. Great shot. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And that's the art
17.
of great break building. Right there. Always giving yourself options, making sure. So imperative. He had a lovely angle on that red. Bringing the reds into play. Perfect on the black.
It's amazing how just
20.
one shot can open everything up for you when you break building. That shot there from Judd, pure excellence. Knew exactly what was going to happen to the cue ball, off the pack, off the cushion. Really is one of the heaviest scorers we've ever seen. 1,026 centuries he's made already in his career. Dread to think how high that number's going to be by the time he hangs his cue up.
Yeah, I mean, Ronnie O'Sullivan up well over 1,200 now, but Judd Trump will have that inside. He should
30.
be well within that grasp within another couple of seasons for sure, at the rate he's going. And of course, we do have a 100,000 bonus for anybody who achieves 100 centuries in the one season. Judd Trump did it on a previous occasion. Neil Robertson did it. They're the only two in the history of the game that have achieved that landmark. But there was no bonus before, but there is a bonus this year and a bit more of an incentive. So every century is counted and every century important.
46 tons he's made this season, Judd Trump. I think he'd have to go some way if he's going to threaten that 100 centuries mark, but you never know. Of course, the longer you stay in events, the deeper you go in them, the more chance you have. And you pretty much come to expect Judd Trump to be in the latter stages of every tournament he plays in. He's only lost in the round of 16 once this season.
56.
Every single other event he's played in, he's been in at least the quarterfinals. Winning becomes a habit, and he is a relentless winner.
58.
He's dealt with that red nicely.
15.
Wasn't happy that he had to get all the equipment out for that one, but no issues. So lead 30 points, this black 37. He wants this final red though, just to keep Mark planted to his seat. Trying to just chip it off the cushion. No good.
66.
So there you see, it's just the one snooker required, so he won't feel too safe just yet. Possibly play this as a shot to nothing into this corner, get in behind green or blue.
Trump, 66.
Have a look at this first shot. What a wonderful shot. It's always a problem. And look at the proximity of that red to the pink makes this escape even more difficult.
Yeah, this is such a tough escape because of where that red is next to the pink.
Yeah, just put a line in there now. But it's very dangerous. If he misses it, he could hit the pink, he could leave the red. If he misses both red and pink, he could leave a free ball. He's got to be so careful here. One cushion. Oh, lucky. Great shot.
Yeah, he's played that shot so well. There was all sorts of things that could have gone wrong there. So, chance for Judd to put this frame to bed. Can he pump this long red in? No. Now, where's it going to finish? Well, Mark may have a crafty little shot here. Can he get in behind the red, send the red back down the table? Possibly get the cue ball close or in behind the green. Right. Not quite.
Yeah, I think Judd would be slightly relieved that he didn't. Could have laid a nice, difficult snooker there. Now I'll try and red on one side, cue ball on the other, and try and hide it with brown and yellow. And he's played it nicely. Oh, hold on. Oh, he's left the red, is he? Or is it going to go safe? Ooh. It's not a gimme, that's for sure. It is cuttable. Didn't play it. Too risky. Played a nice shot.
Yeah, good to see. Remaining very patient, Judd Trump. Doesn't need to push the boat out too much. He's got control of the table once again. Mark once again just trying to take the opportunity there to promote that safe green, give him another ball as a potential ball to snooker in behind. Great to see a good crowd in for this, some of the best snooker players in the world. They really are loving it.
Yeah, another good shot. Trump, he's got cover with the brown. Cue ball's going close. Oh, that may be enough.
The trump foot.
41 now the difference. Just 35 remaining.
And there's the concession from Mark Williams. So it was Mark Williams that did the majority of the scoring. First frame break of 101, but since it's been all Judd Trump, breaks of 64 and 66, enough for the world number one to take a 2-1 lead in this match. He's 2 away from a place in the semis. Tonight, and here's how the draw is lining up. Brissell, Allen already booked their place into the semi-final. Of course, the winner of our match currently, Judd Trump, Mark Williams, to play Luca Brissell tomorrow. And then Mark Allen will take on the winner of Ronnie O'Sullivan and Ding. That match is to follow after the conclusion of this one between Mark Williams and Judd Trump. Judd Trump leading 2-1, all to play for a place in that semi-final.
Yeah, just having a little chat with Luca after the match. He said the table is absolutely flying, really playing beautifully, which is good. Good to hear. We always want the players to play under the best conditions, and they love the fast tables, so much easier to maneuver the cue ball around the table. Play those lovely, delicate little touch shots. Of course, it helps with making big breaks. We've already seen a few possible chances already in the last couple of days of that elusive 167. It's getting close, and we could get even closer.
It was amazing to hear Mark Allen earlier talk about the chance he had and just how nervous he got. It's, you know, he was only on, I say only, but he was only on 64 and he was in bits.
Yeah. I think it's good to see, because it shows, you know, how hard the game is, and even that the greats feel the pressure. And that's important. It's good for people watching at home. It is a very, very difficult game to play. And although these boys make it look so easy at the highest level, when the pressure comes on, it can be sort of almost makes them look human.
Yeah, to really put it into perspective, you know, there's a lot of talk this week, of course, about the $1 million, and it's starting to feel like we're just throwing that figure out quite often. To really put it into perspective and to appreciate just what it would actually mean. Judd Trump has won 3 tournaments this year. He started off the season winning the Shanghai Masters. Of course, he won the Saudi Arabia Snooker Masters in the summer. He won the UK Championship not long ago. He's been in the quarterfinals pretty much of every event bar one, at least, as he pumps in another trademark long red. With that CV so far this season, he's accumulated 1.1 million in prize money. He's got the potential to win close to that for one break. That's just how big it is.
Yeah, and also it's double what you get for the World Championship, isn't it? You know, theoretically, almost. Anyway, I know it's $1 million, but no, it's one that got away. Trying to force it in an angle, trying to get down to these reds.
Yeah, here is that yellow again. It was a great red that he found out initially. Is Mark looking at the potential double again, playing down for the black, value in it. And just look at how he's played that. Absolute perfection from Mark Williams. Not just the pot, the pace on the cue ball, full control. Brilliant shot.
8.
Well, has he got the chance here, Mark, now to screw this yellow in, get into that pack of reds, get the cue ball back out again? No, just trying to hold for the loose red. He's played it well. A little glance off the black may have impeded his position there, but it's worked out okay.
12. Nineteen.
Well, but for any obvious plants, this is a good opportunity for Mark to get into that pack of reds. He's absolutely A1 on the blue. Pink full in the face. He's caught it perfect. What a shot.
Yeah, beautiful. Just bottom of the cue ball. Look at how it just stopped once it made contact. Wonderful shot. Now, okay, black has gone pretty tight to this top cushion, but he could play behind it. Yeah, he could play right behind the black here and then just drop it along the top cushion. No, he didn't like it. He was going up for the blue there, so that little kiss on the red has just slowed up the pace of the cue ball. So he's got to chip the blue in, into the middle. Just the cue ball in between yellow and brown. That's okay.
Yeah, it was quite a nice shot to have that, with that red being
31.
so close to this left corner pocket. Just guide the blue in. Cue ball was taking care of itself. Still 30-point lead in this frame. A little bit of work to be done. But the more balls he pots, the happier he is to leave that black exactly where it is.
32.
Couple of reds on cushions as well that Mark won't be entertaining. Again, another very well played shot. He's so good at that type of shot. It's not a shot that a lot of players particularly like, that in and out of ball, using the run inside.
$38. $44.
This is the second time that this event has been staged. Mark Williams and Judd Trump both competed in the first staging of it. Mark losing in round 2 to John Higgins. John, the closest anyone's ever got to making that 167, missed, broke down on 120 on the final yellow.
50.
Judd Trump, of course, made the semi-finals, losing out to the eventual champion, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
51.
I mean, all these games on paper look like they could go close, and this one was certainly no different. Mark just a couple balls away now from taking us level.
Yeah, just a quick glance at the scoreboard. 56 ahead, 67 remaining. Just this pink. Just got into the cue ball, but he's okay. He just needs the pink. Just make sure of it. I may play for this red along this top cushion, just to the right of the black. Safely in. Yeah. Nicely on the red, and once again a quick glance at the score, but this will make sure that Judd Trump doesn't come back to the table. Just make sure it is red. Oh, I say make sure of it. Didn't have to play it with pace. 63 behind, 59 remaining. Tall order for Trump.
One. Seven. Eight. See.
Yeah, it's a very tall order for Judd Trump, but every credit to him for coming back to the table and trying, because he's one of these players that you don't often see Judd carrying on all that often for snookers. He's very much likes to keep a rhythm out there and just crack on with the next frame, but he's happy to try and play this one out.
Trump, 21.
Thought he may just roll the red towards the corner pocket, but he's played a good shot. He's got the snooker, but Judd Trump may be able to bring the black into play here. That's the last thing Mark Williams wanted. We tried to.
Tempted by one of his trademark thin clips that time. Mark Williams just trying to bide his time here, stay patient, wait for a better opportunity to come to pot this final red and get this frame won. This might be okay though. That's a full ball snooker. Should be no problems for Mark to hit this though. Try and get in behind it, send the red back down the table.
Another roll or two of the ball, and could have been a nasty snooker right behind the black. Yeah, it's not bad. Can he swerve around it? It's a big swerve. It's good. Let's see. Raising the butt. Got to get right down. Too much. Oh, well. That makes it a little bit interesting. Now all of a sudden it's one snooker and he's got a chance. Get that cue ball right behind the black here. Oh no, he made a mistake. He might still get the snooker, but he was a long way away from getting it behind the black. But it makes it interesting. He's got a full ball snooker, but it should be straightforward coming off the right hand side cushion. Yeah, just a little bit of swerve, just getting it by them. Well, he went before the middle pocket, but it's still okay. Good hit.
Yeah, it was such a big swerve that for Mark Williams. He had a relatively straightforward escape off the baulk cushion, with the red being so close to the side cushion. It was quite a big target. Just got a little too much purchase on the cue ball, and that was the last thing that Judd wanted. He's pushed the black safe, pushed the green safer, pink safe as well. Bit of a nightmare that for Judd. Well, this match still shy of the 1 hour mark, but this frame, the longest frame of the match so far. Still, it's by no means slow stuff, just coming up to 17 minutes. Well, maybe a half chance for Judd to get a snooker back here. Oh, he's just caught the red on the way down. Was looking to go cushion first. Well, as it turns out, he has got the snooker, but that was no way near what he intended to happen. A little grimace from Mark, because it's incredible how he's got the full ball there. Oh, and where's this cue ball going? Oh, wow. Well, as soon as that white made contact to the red there, I can assure you Mark's heart would have been in his mouth. Seeing that drift dangerously close to that corner pocket.
Played that pretty well. Played that, yeah, in such a way he knew the pink was going to be covering that green pocket. Yeah, another good return from Mark Williams.
And this was the exact thing that Mark didn't want, you know, many moments ago. He had that red down the cushion. Had that red have disappeared, this frame would have been well and truly over. It's just energy exerted for no reason, really. Just sort of halted the rhythm of this match, which has been a really high standard game so far. I'm sure it will continue to do so. Yeah, this time Mark the one finding the full ball snooker.
Yeah, not the best escape. He needed to hit that red on the front as opposed to getting right behind it. A possible pot. No, not there. Now, one good pot here. Mark Williams sizing himself up. Getting into line. That's more like it. And that should be enough to level things up once again. Good pot from Williams.
Again, great to see the crowd thoroughly engrossed in this encounter. Very tough to predict a winner, even at this stage. Well, no pot on the yellow, but a break of 64 in this frame. Plenty good enough for Mark Williams to level us up once again. It took a deciding frame thriller to separate the pair the last time they met. Are we going to go the distance once again here in Riyadh, 2 each? Well, as we edge closer to midnight here in Riyadh, we're locked at 2 apiece between Judd Trump and Mark Williams, but don't go anywhere. There is still another match to follow. Upon the conclusion of this match, Ronnie O'Sullivan, defending champion, taking on Ding Zhonghui, who played some brilliant snooker yesterday to overcome Sean Murphy in a 4-0, where he completely dominated that match. Ronnie O'Sullivan, defending champion. Can he do it again? So many great players came, the best players in the world, top 10, 2 wild cards. We really are getting towards the business end of this event now. Still 2 places left to book into the semi-finals. Such a big day this, isn't it, Ken? Booking that place in the semi, because it's all played to a conclusion tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. And 2 great players left in it, Mark Allen, Luca Brissell. And how one of these would love to make up that semi-final as well. Both players looking very good, I must say. That was a little bit wayward, trying to hold for the blue, but nowhere near the pocket. Doesn't look like it's going to get through the gap. So he's going to take it on. Brown into the top right corner pocket. Cue ball into the pack of reds. Plenty of pace. There you go. Look at that for a shot. Wonderful. And perfect on the red.
Such a brave shot to take on that, isn't it? It was a natural into the pack, but to be able to stand up and play that shot, so aggressive, leaving the world should he miss it. Just pure brilliance from Mark. He never shies away from the aggressive shot.
6.
And look at the chances created.
Yeah, he always played a positive shot, and that was beautifully played. Brown. It was always a natural angle, but once again, cut back. He's so good at, so confident at, and the split was absolutely perfect.
So just give me a second.
Referee's had a problem with this pink spot all day. It's not the first time he's taken off his gloves, and just maybe a little indentation in the cloth there, not right on the pink spot, and maybe it's just sort of rocking off the spot a little bit when he spots it.
Good save.
Still a bit of a puzzle to solve here for Mark. Of course, the pink available into just this left corner and right middle pocket for the time being. Black out of commission. But he's got the reds spread absolutely where he wants them. This break is all about cue ball control. Getting top side of the blue when he goes up for it. Making sure he's the right angle of the pink.
Please.
Just up off the shot there, you can see just out of picture. Member of the crowd, a little bit of movement. Just resetting himself. Big moments in this match.
$25.
Well, he hasn't got the desired position, so choosing to take the more awkward red. This is missable. Yeah, and it's made the difference. He wasn't nice on it.
Williams,
A lot thinner than
25.
he would have liked. It was a good red to try and remove because that really did open the black spot up for a future reference. Not to be. Well, the first couple of shots for Judd here, very important. Okay, he's got this unmissable red over the pocket, but it's not about the pot, it's getting his cue ball back out. Taking the more difficult red to left corner, just topping gently off 2 cushions for black into the opposite.
1.
Cue ball just caught the knuckle, didn't it? And that's why it's so close to the left-hand side cushion. But he's okay, as you can see. That's a big pocket there, so shouldn't have a problem. Even if it doesn't go in direct, it should go in off the red. No problem at all. You can play that with a lot of confidence.
8.
Now, it's much easier to take this red, even though it's a more difficult red, but it's easier for position.
Nine.
Yeah, perfect on the yellow. And the black, there is enough room to the black into the left corner pocket. He'd love to get on one of these reds. He's got plenty of options here. There's a red at the bottom of the pack, and also the red, of course, over the right corner pocket. If he doesn't get on the red at the bottom of the pack, he'll be on the red at the over the right corner.
Yeah.
And he's just got to judge this. Doesn't want to bounce too far off this top cushion. He's played it lovely. Played it perfect.
It doesn't look much, that shot that he's just played there, but such a difficult positional shot when the object ball is so close to the pocket. To judge the spin off too, very well played, but has he just missed the cannon there? What a mistake that is from Judd. Is he on anything? Has he got a plant? Well, it's certainly makeable, but it's just set to that right jaw as we look. One of them, you need to just hit the opposite side of the red, turn the red over. Yeah, no problems.
20.
As well as a wonderful talent that Judd Trump possesses, he's blessed with an incredible temperament. Time and time again, we've seen him, when he needs to, come up with the big breaks. He's able to hold himself together. He's able to do it time and time again. He did it in Riyadh against Williams only a few months ago in the final of that big tournament.
26.
This could be another very, very important break and very important visit for him here. Williams had a chance in first. Reds beautifully spread. Missed an easy red, a red you'd expect him to get. This is the time to pounce and really hurt your opponent.
Yeah, he's won everything
34.
there is to win in this game, Judd Trump. In terms of majors, he's won 2 Masters, 2 UK. He's got the 1 world title to his name, and of course, lifted that big one in Riyadh that you just alluded to, Ken. £500,000 scoop for that one. That clearance,
40.
you know, you don't make clearances like that if you are not a special player. That really was something to behold.
41.
He's got everything. Completely thrives off the big occasion. Oh, had a little bit of a contact there. He's okay.
48.
Sort of powering that black in. Watch the bounce of the cue ball here.
49.
Yeah, he really has taken these with
56.
great aplomb. Made it look very easy. Cue ball has been on a string.
57.
32 points in the lead, so black will be 39. 1 more red required. Shouldn't be a problem.
And it's not so much the break itself, it's
64.
the damage it may inflict on Mark Williams. This all came from the mistake when Mark was plumbing in on 25. He'd just got the reds open nicely. All of a sudden, one misplaced positional shot, undercut the red. Here's a look at that red. I mean, it's still a ball you expect him to knock in, but he just asked himself the question.
Yeah, it was one that,
65.
the way he'd been playing, you certainly didn't expect him to miss it. It's a shot he's normally, well, he'd knock that in 9 times out of 10, but it's cost them, and it's going to hurt them, because
72.
it was a wonderful opportunity all made from that great brown where he split the pack up beautifully, but one miss, and
73.
that's just the standard. And the standard that this man has set, the pace that he's set during the season so far. Well, this time he can make a century. Played a little bit of an exhibition shot.
80. $82. $85.
Wonder will we see a little bit of naughty snooker before we get to the. Maybe he'll make sure of the century. Blue and pink will be enough, and then maybe a little exhibition shot on the black. Let's see where the cue ball may go. Yeah, a little bit of topspin, but a wonderful response from Judd Trump. Another century, 107. He's one up with a possible 2 to play. He leads 3-2.
Welcome back to the Global Theatre here in Riyadh. It's the Riyadh Season Snooker Championship, and a timely break of 107 from Judd Trump there to reassert his lead in this match, 3-2 over Mark Williams. But here is still what's to come. The main man, Ronnie O'Sullivan, defending champion, taking on Ding Junhui in the final quarter-final match this evening. The last place available in the semi-finals. This crowd still thoroughly engrossed in the action, going nowhere. It's what they've all come to see, isn't it, Ken?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this was always going to be a wonderful spectacle. It's turned out that way. There's plenty of snooker still left, and of course, the mouth-watering prospect, defending champion Ronnie O'Sullivan against Ding Junhui, the godfather of Chinese snooker for sure, and playing some wonderful snooker of his own. So that should be a cracker to look forward to. But we're still embroiled in a wonderful match here. What has Mark Williams got left in the tank? How is he going to respond?
Really was such a good break that Judd Trump just made in that previous frame. Not just the break of 107, but as I said, the damage it may cause to Mark Williams mentally is a little body blow. If anyone can brush off an easy mistake, it's this man.
Yeah, that's the thing about Mark Williams. I mean, you wouldn't know whether he'd won a good frame or he'd lost a bad frame. He still looked the same, you know, just brushes it off and forgets about it. He's great sort of bounce back ability, Mark Williams. It was one of his wonderful traits as a snooker player. But it was an important frame because it pushes Judd Trump just that one step closer to that magic number 4. So he's going to get a couple of chances, you would feel, even if it does go to the final frame. You'd expect him to get at least a chance or two. And it just puts every shot now for Mark Williams under a little bit of pressure. Can't take a chance splitting the pack up here. He's just going to roll into them. Don't blame him for that.
Yeah, and the danger now for Mark Williams is that he's potentially one mistake away from being eliminated from this event. Well, he's got a chance at this red to left corner, Mark. There's a little gap between the red and black that he can find. Try and stun this round 2-3 cushions. Great strike.
One.
Quite a nice shot to have that when you know you've got a guaranteed path round in and out of the reds. Still, you've got to stand up and strike it well, and he struck it to perfection.
Six.
Well, this may be okay. He's got a red to left corner. Can't do too much with the cue ball. Just float the middle one of the three left of the black. May just play a little holding cannon to the red next to it and will be on the black. He's played the outside red. That's okay.
Seven.
Well, once again, Mark Williams showing us his battling qualities that he's always had. Finding a way back in. Slowly chipping away at these to turn this into a good scoring chance. Trying to get on the red nearest the black. Try and open up the black spot as quickly as possible. He can do that now.
Nineteen.
Yeah, nicely played. We've still got a couple of loose reds around the bottom of the pack as well, so he doesn't have to worry about developing anything just yet.
27.
Yeah, this red pots, and then very bottom red of the pack after this will pot into the left corner.
35.
Just coming around to have a look at that now. That's just about, yeah, that's okay. Okay, he's got a slight angle, so he may be going into the bunch. But he's got to play this with pace just to get the cue ball away from the pack and hopefully on a colour. It's okay.
43.
Yeah, and you would think now he's just one good shot away on this blue. Navigate the cue ball in and out of baulk, back for a red. What a chance it would be to take us the distance. It's not straightforward. To avoid the brown and yellow, he's got to dig down a fraction on the cue ball. Yeah, and again, he's played it well.
$48.
Extension, please.
Sure. you. 49.
He's okay. He's got this red into the left center. Really has been a wonderful match, I must say. 2 centuries already, but really high scoring from both players. 64, 66, 107 from Trump, 101 from Williams, 64, 60 and counting.
60.
Well, he's a couple of pots away now, Mark, from sealing the deal in this frame as that
60.
one just wriggles in off the near jaw. He's taken these well. This all came from that wonderful opening red. Here is the in ball in this break.
67.
The sort of shot you practice on a daily basis, but still knocked it in wonderfully.
68.
So an outside chance for Mark to return the compliment with a century of his own. Made one in the opening frame, of course.
73.
Quick-fire stuff, this. Just coming up to the 1 hour 25-minute mark for this match, and already
74.
we're into a decider.
Let's see. $81.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, Judd Trump has asked the question, hasn't he? And he says, well,
86.
what have you got? Mark Williams has just, well, answered in the best possible way. As I said, is, you know, the character of him, his personality, sort of completely unflappable. All right, he's missed the red with the rest, but it's a wonderful break of 86 from Mark Williams. And we are level once again. We are going to the final frame. It's Mark Williams 3, Judd Trump 3. What a match.
Well, folks, what a treat we've got in store. A final frame decider between two of the finest left-handed players snooker has ever seen. It took a deciding frame in Riyadh earlier on in the season to separate these two, and it's going the distance once again. Judd Trump came through a 10-9 victor in that final meeting between the pair. Who do you fancy for this one? Nothing to separate them. Mark Williams breaks of 101, 64, 86. Trump with a brace of 60s and 107 to boot. Well, Ken, who are you going to pick for this one?
Well, it's like the old cliche, isn't it? You just want one chance. One chance. And the way things have been going, that's all they've needed, these boys. Both very sharp, very high scoring. to be so careful, particularly in these early exchanges. You know, you don't want to give any sort of free shots where a player can take a red on, you know, knowing he's playing it with an element of safety. It just gives him takes the pressure off the shot. And with these guys, they're such good long putters, that your safety has to be, well, on point.
Well, a little bit of a stalemate unfolding here, with that red being slightly towards the baulk colours. Neither player really happy to play up into that baulk area. Mark just heading up to baulk to see if he can find refuge in that corner of the table. Needs to be careful though not to leave anything as a tempter for Judd. Maybe playing this red into the left middle as a shot to something. Yeah, he's gone for it. Oh, and he's nearly got it. That was so close. I think he would have thought that was in. That would have felt good.
It just went around the pocket, didn't it? But unfortunately for Mark, he's left it. So first chance should trump.
One.
A bit too far with the cue ball, but he's okay. He's pretty straight blue into this bottom right corner. Now we're potting this red here. Love an angle. We saw Mark Williams split up the pack a couple of frames ago from the brown. That's exactly what Judd will be hoping for. A nice angle on maybe brown or yellow here.
Seven.
Looks like it's going to be yellow. Brown looks pretty straight. So does the green. Well, he's looking at the green. Can he get enough action on it? Oh, I think he's made the wrong choice there. I think the yellow is a much better ball.
Yeah, it wasn't just the fact he didn't have a lot of angle on that green. It was the fact that even had the cue ball had made contact to that pack of reds, surely they wouldn't have opened better than going into them off the yellow. So, yeah, I'm with you, Ken. Missed a trick there, Judd. Not very often you say that. Possibly felt he was just a little too low on the yellow and there was just too much work to do, but surely he could have got into them better than from the green. Anyway, he's followed it up with a good safety shot. Cut off the right side of the reds for Mark. No access down the left side either, so may just be trying to contain things here, nestle up onto them. Every safety shot under a lot of scrutiny now. Neither player wanting to give an inch. Just need to be careful that in chipping off the pack of reds, you don't push anything close to a corner pocket.
Yeah, typical shot that you see these days now. Played a single red all the time. They won't play off the pack. Here, Mark Williams doing exactly the same. And for that reason, as you alluded to, Stephen, that because the cloths are so fast, balls split up away from the pack very easily. And any sort of heavy connection on the reds, always the possibility that you're going to knock a red towards the left or right corner pocket.
Yeah, and even the most skillful players in the world, of which these two are certainly up there, when you're playing into the pack of reds and off them, you're never quite sure where they're going to finish.
That was a nice shot. Played it on 4 cushions and got a little bit of cover on, particularly on that loose red down the left-hand side of the table. This time, Mark has got to play off the pack, but he's got to be so careful. You won't want to disturb too many reds here. No. That's for that exact reason. Yeah, just playing a containing safety shot. Doesn't get any advantage, but he's not bothered. He just want to keep it safe. Doesn't want to leave a pot.
Well, Mark has the option here to play this red into the left corner. He can stun across for the black into the same pocket. Big shot to take on. And you're never quite sure, once you miss it, where it's going to finish.
Well, he's unlucky there, isn't he? He got close to the pot, but to see it career across one side of the table and come back and land over the pocket, he is unlucky. Look at where the cue ball is finished. I mean, the red goes up the table. Judd Trump wouldn't have been left on anything. It's not exactly in the jaws of the pocket, is it? So it's not like you can he hold it, or can he play the drag to hold for the black? He's playing it slow. He could do, just about, and he's done well.
So now it's Judd Trump's turn to get to work once again in amongst them. The chance he's looking to take, the chance that we'll see him book his place into the semi-final. Still a lot of work to be done. There's a couple of reds sort of poking their head out from that pack, but still all very tightly clustered.
Well, has he found one right in the middle of the pack? And has he gone far enough? It's pretty tight. You've got plenty of margin for error there. Now, these two reds are, okay, they're not lined up into the corner pocket, but he could certainly make them. He's not on the red he played for. Well, he's planting these two reds into the corner. Ooh, just about. But he's not top side of the blue, so Bit of work still to do, and that red has covered the black as well, so that's going to make things a little bit more awkward for him. Into the pack of reds, looking for a bit of luck. And he never really hit that with any conviction at all.
20.
Oh, look at where that single red has gone over that left corner. Not only the fact that he's not landed, he's got a problem now in trying to cover that red. He may not have too many options here, Judd, but to roll into them, not a shot that he wants to play. If he can absolutely guarantee that he can play away from those reds and not leave that red, or even the tempter of a plant another red onto it for Mark Williams, he's such a good shot maker, he'll try anything. But he really doesn't want to get into a stalemate here, Judd, with this 30-point lead.
Trump. 20.
Yeah, trying to kill two birds with one stone there. Push the pink safe as a little bit of insurance potentially for later. Placing the cue ball in an area where Mark can't get access to that loose red nearest the corner pocket.
The only thing I'd say, if I did try and play into the bulk area, that black is tied up, so if he left a slide angle on the red, that would be very difficult to get on a colour. But Mark Williams will just, because Mark Williams is 30 points in arrears, so the onus here is actually on Judd Trump to play the sort of positive shot. Yeah, you see the way the black is tied up, so if Judd Trump can get somewhere, get the cue ball. Yeah, if Judd Trump can get the cue ball there, he could hide the red over the corner with the yellow. But it needs to go. Has he got enough pace on it? He has. Good shot.
Yeah, that may have just ended this stalemate now, because Mark will just be coming 1-2 cushions possibly, just resting this red, pushing it to the cushion. Well, Judd Trump played a brave shot there. Okay, it was a natural, but he had to make sure he got that one absolutely right. And he did do.
Keep it down, please.
Well, that's the Mark Williams advantage now. They're getting that black into play. One mistake could cost one of these players a place in the semi-final tomorrow. This cue ball has gone very close to this corner pocket. Very, very close.
So Trump.
Okay, it's not too bad. There's no damage done, no pot available.
Yeah, once again, Judd needs to be mindful here that playing off the pack of reds, that he doesn't bring too much into play. Yeah, he's done very well there, Judd. Cutting off the majority of the pack from Mark Williams. Keeping it very tight. That's what he has to do. He's in a commanding position in this frame.
Looks touching. No. It's pretty close. Touching would have been ideal. He could have possibly pushed the green safe. It's cagey stuff, this. Both trying to eke out a chance for themselves.
They always seem to bring the best out of one another, these two. I think they enjoy playing each other. They thoroughly respect one another's ability. Of course, that amazing match in Riyadh in the summer, 10-9. Mark Williams made 4 tons in that game, still lost. I remember back to 2022, the World Championship semi-final as well, 17-16. That was an absolute thriller. Of course, this match a much shorter race. Still ever so important for both players, so much at stake.
Oh, wonderful shot there from Mark Williams. Playing off forward cushion, almost got the cover with the yellow. Oh, mistake. Mistake. Has he left it? Is he going to get lucky with the red? I don't think so. He's left it. Okay. Not straightforward. Cue ball tucked under that right-hand side cushion, but he could drop the red in, play for brown for the opposite middle. But it's a chance. Too far for the brown, so yellow it is. But not taking it on. Waiting for a better chance. He'd be disappointed there because that was a half chance.
Yeah, and he's possibly gained nothing from that. Didn't play the roll-up all that well either. There's a big target for Judd. These 2 reds frozen to this top cushion. If you can just rest on them, preferably the one closest to right corner. He's got a big target, 2 cushions into the back of the main cluster as well. All about pace. Well, he's hit the black, and what a mistake that is. Well, this red cuts into the right corner.
Well, that baffles me, that shot. I'm not quite sure why he didn't play on the red that's closest to the right corner. Okay, may have been leaving a red into the left centre, but a lot more difficult than this shot here. Wow. And he's got a nice angle on the black. When he pots this, he'll bring all those 5 reds, you would feel, into play. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, that couldn't have worked out any nicer, really.
9.
So the next time, and if he comes back to the table, Judd Trump will probably find himself behind in this frame. He's got at least 40 points here, Mark Williams, before he needs to even consider those 2 reds on the top cushion.
16. 17.
If he takes the remaining 5 reds in open play, including the one he's just potted, with high value colours, he will only need one of them reds tight to that cushion.
$22. $23.
I'm just wondering, Stephen, is that red as close to the green? Is that potable past the green into the top right-hand corner pocket? That could play its part in this frame.
30.
Yeah, it does. So he's okay, Mark Williams.
31.
But he's going to need these 2 reds, I think, on closest to this top cushion.
$38.
12 points of difference now. If he can pot the red, get a nice angle on the black, he could disturb the 2 reds.
39.
Oh, has he got the angle? Has he come far enough? Or can he just drop the black in and play the red along the top cushion? But that would be very, very tricky indeed.
Yeah, well, he took his medicine there, Mark. He decided to go up the table.
46.
The amount of times the players have done that, reach for that rest. So 20 points the difference.
Oh, didn't go into the middle of the pocket, and he's not great on the blue. So it's not like he can get close to these reds, but he has an angle on the blue that he could try and disturb the 2 reds, but very difficult.
Yeah, you can see the little conversation that he's having with himself at the moment. He wants to attack, he wants to try and keep this break going, turn it into a frame and match winner. But he just doesn't like that blue. It's a little bit too thin for comfort. He really wants to take it on though.
I think the fact that maybe the pink is slightly safe, it sort of favours taking the blue on. If he pots the blue, the natural angle of the cue ball is going towards those reds. There's the shot. There's the shot. What a shot it was. Absolutely perfect. Couldn't have played any better.
Well, that is just vintage Mark Williams. If he could have put his cue ball and the object balls anywhere on the table, he would have opened them like that. Could not have played that shot any better. And it's probably... Oh! Well, he's just tripped and he...
All right.
He could have well and truly fallen on one of the colours there.
Yeah. Well, that would have been so dramatic, wouldn't it? Had he hit the yellow with the rest or his hand or... So 27, the difference, black 34 with 35 remaining. The the red of formality. And what a match, what a finish, and what a shot to finish it as well.
You won't see a better positional shot than the one he's just played. A developing shot to bring both reds into play. Majestic Mark Williams. What a match.
6-4.
Well, this match has had a bit of everything, and Judd Trump steps up to offer his congratulations to Mark Williams. What a match this has been. The Welsh potting machine with one of the best shots of the tournament so far. That blue to develop the two final reds off the cushion, and it's Mark Williams. Well, what a match that was. Breaks of 68, 64, 86 and 101 from Mark Williams. Rolling back the years, absolutely flying here in Riyadh. That game had a little bit of everything. We had a 167 attempt from Judd very early on in the game, broke down on 64. But ultimately, it's Mark Williams who comes through and shows his class. What a piece of play that was to bring those two reds into play at the end. An amazing shot, and one that we'll hear very shortly as he joins Radzi in the studio. Mark Williams books his place into the semi-finals, where he will take on Luca Brissell. Still one more place up for grabs. Who will it be? Let's have a little look at confirmation there. Judd Trump failing to come through that match against Mark Williams, 4-3 into the semi-final. But up next we've got Ronnie O'Sullivan against Ding Junhui coming up. Don't go anywhere for that one. Quick glance at the draw and see how things stand. There you see Mark Allen came through against Mark Selby earlier on. He was the first man into the semi-finals. Confirmation, Mark Williams will be playing Luca Brissell in the other semi-final. Last place up for grabs, Ronnie O'Sullivan, Ding Junhui. Who will it be? We're going to take a short break and then we'll hear from Mark Williams very shortly.